They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
chaos,
let that chaos reign with
must reign.
Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome to a special session here on the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain. And today, I wasn't really going to go back and have this, I can't say repetitive conversation, but this is some that's more than something that you should learn. But this is a telltale sign about men in general, young men, especially young black men today that are in the entertainment field, that you guys are the biggest suckers I've seen so far. Likely the biggest suckers I ever seen in my life. But before I begin, and I have my special friend here to relay out some more information on this, make sure you subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show and also leave a comment. Well, also with a like button as well. Likes go far in many cases. So, like I said, you come across this conversation or this stream, hit the like button. Likes are free. Yes. Leave a comment. The comment section could be respectful, but nonetheless, there are ways that you could express your thoughts and opinions of any videos or live streams here on the Chaos Rain Show. So I highly advise you leave a comment. The links to follow me are below. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Gray on Facebook. You can also join my Discord service as well. Follow me on Rumble. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show. Membership is perks, like always. Let me pull up some other videos. I think I forgot some videos here to pull up. Let me see if I have them. All right. I'm going to pull up a couple.
There's no telling you guys that.
All right. Just for context. And let me see what.
I've also come to.
All right. So these are the videos.
Digger.
Oh, sorry. All right. So no further ado, let me bring my good friend, Mr. Johnson, Sankofa Johnson. You there, Sankofa?
Peace and blessings to the people out there in YouTube land. What's up, Chaos, man? How you doing, man?
Good.
Thanks for getting me on. I'm trying to get my other brother too up in here. You know what I'm saying? Jay Anonymous, man. He's very knowledgeable. I just text him. They say, hey, man, you might want to come on and talk about this because we've been talking about this and texting all day and so on the phone. And it's crazy.
Okay.
Like I said, society has really turned our women against us. And I was telling him, like, it's not attack on black men, it's attack on black women. You know what I'm saying? Black women are the pawns being used in this game to basically destroy our families. But they're blaming us. So I'm gonna go on mute, man. I know you gotta, get to the intro and everything, man. But peace and love to everybody out there on YouTube land, man. Hope you enjoy the show. We're gonna make a good one.
All right. That's what's up. So before we lay out the groundwork, we're going to go through what has been said so far to give some context, as always. Always like any athlete or entertainer, Anthony Edwards has been trending so far throughout the news cycle of what he wants to claim or lay out an actual solution to his, I guess, baby mama issues, or like Mr. Palmer will say, the baby mama terrorist problem. So what I will do, and let me make sure I'm trying to clear things. I'm sharing this so people know that I am here, live and well. All right. Let me see. I would do this early, but So I'm going to look at this article, and they're going to hear from this little harlot of not only accountability, but let's keep real. Most black women, how they act when they do these type of behaviors and decide to make these decisions that in the long run they're not benefiting, but usually the children or the child of this unit is going to probably hurt the most by default. All right, let me show y'all something. Let's look at this here. Wait, let me look at the article first. Make sure everything is good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I can share this. All right. So let me do this now. And please, guys, like the stream, share the stream. I'm not gonna be able to look what's going on. So no further ado, let's look at this response in this article. And this is from Y Entertainment People's. Look at People's Magazine, most likely. And let me make sure y'all can see. Oh, y'all can see it good. Let me just so y'all can see this better. Perfect. All right, let's look into this, and then we're going to hear her mouth. Anisha Howard responds to rumors Anthony Edwards pay her $1 million upfront in child support reports. Edwards is also a father to a daughter named Aislinn, who he welcomes in March 2024 with his girlfriend Shannon. Okay, I'm not sure whose girlfriend is. I'm not gonna really care at this point. He has a few baby mamas that he's producing, which like I said, the funny thing about all this, you young men, you guys gotta really understand the scope of this environment. I don't care if you're making 6 figures or $1 million. If you're gonna go out there slinging and shooting up the club, you're not complaining, but I'm be personally honest with you. That's not a good look. Especially if you're still at the infant stage of your basketball or entertainment career. You want to at least be settled in properly and get your bumps and bruises on with life and with women that's going to throw the pussy at you. I'm just keeping it with you. But let's read. Anisha Howard is reporting throwing water on the rumors that the NBA star Anthony Edwards paid the entire of his child support payment up front. The rumors began March 31st when a user on X claims that Edwards' 23 requests to pay the whole 18 years of child support up front to Howard. The post quickly went viral April the 2nd, which is what's today? Yesterday. Another user claimed that the Timberwolves All-Star confidentially paid $1,080,000 in child support all at once in another post on X. But Howard, whose Instagram bio said she is a CEO brand ambassador and music artist, has reportedly denied the rumors in an exclusive statement in the Shade Room on April 2nd. There are no court documents, motions, or proceedings that has occurred, nor had I been offered or agreed to such terms, Howard told the Shade Room, according to the outlet. Now, I'm going to pause right here. And I hope your friend does come up, Sankofa, because the question needs to be answered. Not saying I will take the chick side, personally, but let's go there. Let's go there. Why would you, as a woman, whether black, non-black, or just in general, if you're getting your cheeks clapped and you're on this probacious, I like to call the carousel. If you're on the carousel, right, or what they claim, right, like most women are, why would you settle and take only $1 million? Because they said the average payment of a lifespan from 0 to 18, it will amount to nearly $500,000. And he's willing to give you over the amount for one child. Now, as y'all know, if I do some searching with the help of AI and auto Google search, in which I'm going to do right now, because this is going to be very important. I'm doing it right now on the fly with y'all. How much in child support from 0 to 18 a person will pay. Let's see what comes up. And it says here, the child support payment depends on various factors, including the income of both parents and number of children, custody arrangements, and state-specific guidelines. And here in the East Coast, for example, let's say Massachusetts, or we go to New York, or we could, let's say, what other state? Boston, or any part of state. It can calculate and estimate payments based on these factors. Similar, there are calculators available of other states, child support calculate for US. So there's a system in place where you can look at the calculator. Interesting. This is very interesting. Oh, I did not know this exists. I should probably pull this up. All right, let me see. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to look at this in depth. I might, if I have time, I'll go through the numbers for y'all, because there's something on this channel for those that come across the Chaos Reign channel. I'm Chaos Reign here, and I am a person that's gonna make you think. Average video lengths that people watch now are under 60 seconds and maybe slightly above 6 seconds. I do not do or advocate, or most likely you'll see on a lot of my videos on this channel, you're going to see a lot of videos that's going to be under a minute. Reason why this is because I'm here to raise your attention span, because of the average human now today in the West could only absorb and really sit down and watch any form of content that's under a minute. You are not learning nothing. That is no good. You need to increase your attention span to break through the 1 minute line, because that's where you're going to get real understanding, and you're going to find the holes that are presented to you under a minute or more videos, for those that don't know. So I found the calculator here. I'm going to do this later. I'm not going to do this now. But if I could remember, if I remember closely, this is the average price for 0 to 18 is going to be roughly $255 or $265K in total to raise one child. Mind you, one child. That's just the average total. And if I go back to the analysis, what's the average to raise one child from 0 to 18? And let me see if I explain it right here. Okay, now I found some numbers. This is what I'm talking about. It looks to me, people, it has went up in the last 3 or 4 years. Last time I checked, it's roughly now the estimated cost of raising a child in the United States from birth to 18 varies depending on factors, location, income, lifestyle, etc., etc., etc. For middle income families, estimates suggest it costs around $310,000 to roughly $375,000. This includes expenses for housing, food, child care, healthcare, etc. Costs can be higher in states such as states such as Massachusetts, Hawaii, where annual expense may exceed $35K. And those are people for the back. Okay. To have lower costs. What's that? Okay. If you'd like to help for explore more costs in any state. All right. So that's what is said here, which it went up. It went from 60,000 through 0 from 18 to now 300. Anthony Edwards proposed that he wants to pay all up front, give this woman $1,080,000. So that's going to cover the 0 from 18 for this one child, which he has a daughter from this woman named Miss Howard, to cover all the expenses. Let's continue reading on. And if you're ready, time send Kofi, you could chime in. All right. But Howard, whose Instagram bio says she is CEO of brand ambassador and music artist. Okay. I think I read it already. Yeah. The website reports that Howard has also posted an Instagram story suggesting the story was not true. Where do these lies be coming from? She wrote on her story. She also posted a graphic that reads, "You ever heard a rumor about yourself and actually want to hear more? Like, no way. What did I do next?" Aim the chatter. Edwards has not yet commented on the situation. People has contacted representative for Edwards for comments along with contractual or contacting Howard. Sorry. On November 14th, Howard shared the first photo of her baby on social media and announced her daughter named Aubrey Summers. "You are officially 1 month old today. Make pretty beautiful sleepless nights and a lifetime to go," Howard wrote in captions. Edwards is also a father to a daughter named Anisan or Ashlyn, who he shares with his current girlfriend Shannon. The couple welcomed an Ashlyn in March 2024. Shannon also shared one son, Crew, with rapper Chief Keeps, and the status of the couple relationship amid the rumors of another child with Howard remains unknown. In August, Shannon traveled to Paris to support Edwards in the Paris Olympics. All right. And as he won gold with LeBron James. The Team USA, she shares a multiple photo on Instagram and stand during the game. Okay. And in December 2023, Paige Jordan claims that Edward impregnated her and then pressured her into having a deletion, according to multiple outlets, including Fox Sports. Okay. In response to a photo, Jordan apparently sent of a positive pregnancy test and information about an upcoming doctor. "No, I can't do this and get a deletion laugh now," in his text message to the aspiring Instagram model. Okay. All right. And I think that's and Edwards allegedly told her, "Man, you can't force a kid in the world." Screenshot showing that Edwards allegedly offers Jordan 100K to delete and then pressure her into sending him a video of herself taking the pills for proof. Oh, wow. "You got the money now," Edwards apparently wrote in the text, asking her what the holdup was in sending the request video. Okay. The claims quickly made the rounds on social media, and Edwards addressed the allegations in a statement on X. "I made comments in the heat of a moment that are not me, and that is not aligning with what I believe and who I want to be as a man." Edwards began in his statement, "All women should be supported and empowered to make their own decisions, la la la." We heard that bullshit about their bodies and what is best for them. He continues, "The Timberwolves star said he will be handling my personal matters privately and will not be commenting on them any further at this time." And it says original article from People, but we're not really concerned about reading no original article for what? That's unnecessary. That is pretty much unnecessary in my opinion. I'm not even really care. I just going through the information and going by what I'm seeing. A lot of men, there's a few men that either is down with it, have a complaint about it. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. These are matters or problems to people that have a lot of money and a lot of money to throw and waste on twat. pum pum on the box, unfortunately. And you know, it's your world, we live in it. So now, what I'm gonna do, make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream. I'm going now share some videos of the one and only, I think, Anisha Howard. That's her name. Let me see what her name. Yeah, this bitch name is. Anisha Howard. Yeah. Let's go into this and let's hear her, you know, her response. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna start with the first one.
You guys, it's no beating those allegations at all. I don't. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, "Oh, you're a gold digger," or "You kept the baby for a check."
Now I've noticed Sankofa, and I'm not sure if you're there, Sankofa. But
Yeah.
have you noticed with a lot of these women that they are solely invested in social media? That when they put content out here, they put the content. Are you there? Hello, I'm hearing something.
Yeah. Let me get off my.
All right. Yeah. There's so invested in social media that they will read the comments looking for some positive appraisals. In my opinion, I said, "Chick, you stupid." Why
Yeah,
are you up here on social media looking for positive appraisals? That don't make sense to me, in my opinion. But go ahead, Sankofa. Sorry.
It goes back to attention is like crack to them. You know what I'm saying? So they go to social media looking for sympathy and hoping and looking for an audience to back them up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, men, we don't do that. Like, women see more value in attention than being mothers. Women see more value in attention than trying to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? So these women now, these modern women nowadays, and it's not all women, and I feel like we have to say that now because all women they'll get triggered. But what they say, a hit dog holler, right? So
yeah.
So yeah, man, it's like they putting their business out there and they wonder why they get embarrassed. Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they might in your face be cheering for them, but in the background they be like, man, this woman's stupid, man. Why she all on social media telling her business?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of
But
course.
I don't know, man. That's why I really can't mess with modern women. Even women that's over in their 40s and up, man, they still want this attention. So
yeah, man. So let's continue. Let's continue playing this video. Let's go, guys.
What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for...
Well, if it wasn't true, it shouldn't have triggered you.
No, but I'll say I'll go even further. My brother. She talked about this poverty and you pick this baby. Let me tell you something, bitches. If you're not seeking any union long term, where it's going to be a marriage with said man, where you could start some basic of a goddamn fucking family, you out here getting and riding the probacious carousel. And in return, riding the carousel does force bring fruit life. You're out here doing no different than the women that's here getting knocked up by just any dude. And I'm talking about the quality men. I see the quality men some of you ladies get. How I know? Sankofa. If I share you the link to her social media, you're gonna see the output of the children they produce. Do you want to see? I'm not gonna show it here because I want people to look it up.
Yeah, I don't have a Facebook anymore. I don't have no social media anymore, man. So
you know, all right. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm looking at the children now. These children look like future fucking rappers, bro. Do you want me to repeat that to the people in the back?
I don't think they heard you, Chaos. I don't think they heard you.
These children that these women get knocked up and tell us these men got money. No, the who you're getting knocked up is always the determinant factor. I don't give a fuck if this man is making over 1.2 million or more. Who is the man you're breeding? And who are you as a woman that you're emulating and what characteristics you're trying to produce? And I saw one video she did on her social media. I'm not impressed at all. It sounds like another ratchet that's about to turn 40. So the men that you're able to get in proximity, I'm trying to say it's right. Come get tongue.
Proximity.
Yeah, I get the proximity. Yes, thank you. Is who you emulate is what you want to produce. I should not be seeing on your social media, bitch. Your children look like rappers. I should not be seeing wearing the Fly's outfit with chain in hand. This bull crap. The first thing me as man to come look when I see that and say, "Oh, you're producing another one of them, a potential loser that is not going to be no significance of productivity."
Potential gang member, drill rapper,
Something like that. Something like that. That's what the first thing I see. Because your digital imprint matters. It matters. But so when I hear and here's one thing. Here's one thing. And I tell most black men, listen to me good. Most men not gonna be millionaires. I'm sorry, black men or black men to hear this. You get there, you're lucky, you're fortunate. I hope you're doing something with the money and you got it by your bootstrap properly. But majority of generally not gonna be millionaires like that. Unless you're doing these type or put yourself in these type of fields, entertainment, sports, etc., to be getting your money fast. And the problem with that type of money, it comes fast, but it also goes fast. Did y'all know the average lifespan of an athlete, once they're done, they actually, by data today, go broke in under a decade? It has not changed in the last 10 years. And it's not going to change now. Now, you know why? Because most people that just got money, they're new to this ish. They don't know what to do with it. They're not making no serious moves. They're not doing anything productive where they could put back in a community. If it's not the black community, you better put in some community where eventually it's going to expand to with other like-minded people. It will spread to other communities, at least. But no, we don't see that. The money you do, you keep in-house and spend it within a community that's not yours, that don't give a crap, but sure as hell will like you put back money into this because that's what they want anyway. That's why they keep black people in a certain position economically. Because the money was really spreading like that, most people will have to sit there, going to have to somewhat compete with others. And you know how living in a Western society, competition is, how can I say this? It's a no-no. They rather cheat, lie, and steal. They want to take out the competition. There's no competition in a Western society. You got to play beyond the rules if you can. If you can. And no one's going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this personally.
But you know, with women like my ex fiance that would say that you're being inflammatory or you're bashing black women. Like they call this bashing.
Okay.
It's so funny. They don't even know what bashing is.
Well, you know, most women nowadays, they go by their feelings anyway, so they're not really going to rationalize what is good for them, what's not good for them.
You know what, man? Telling a woman the truth is like the new hate speech.
Well,
you hate women if you tell them the truth.
If that's what it is, then unfortunately, it must be that.
Yep.
Must be that then, because you should not be living in any society or any world you live in delusions. Delusions are for children, for toddlers, for people that are under what they call arrested development. When you're an adult, you have to live and understand and move how the world is.
And see, women don't even get this little concept, the acronym WIC. What does WIC stand for? Women, infants, and children. Why is society, especially the powers that be, is grouping women with children? Because women are children too.
Yeah. Very much true.
It ain't no MIC, right? Men, infants, and children is WIC. Women, infants, and children. They're grouping women with children because women, they know women, they don't grow up past 18, mentally and emotionally.
Some of them still as old as this chick on the right corner of this thumbnail. She that's born in the mid 80s, still in arrested development. I don't care if they're talking about. See, let me tell you something. You know, it's a real red flag that people don't want to know. And I know I read this article from the brother that talking about her, what she does. I'm not really impressed, bro. And here's why. You're all this, right? You're a brand ambassador. You're a music artist. What type of artist should you do that people know that you're competing against? Are you competing against Nicki Minaj of the world? Are you competing against the Ice Spice, the Glorilla,
Megan Thee Stallions?
I don't know this bitch.
Doja Cats.
I don't know this chick competing anybody. I don't see her at all. Have you? And I don't follow music. Have you?
I ain't seeing them. I'm an arm and I'm a music head, you know.
And here's the funny thing. You're at the point now that you're pushing 40. My problem with a lot of people that still doing the music thing, if they're not signed and they're not making millions of dollars doing it, let's get real. You're old head in a business that you should put down a whole decade ago. This music thing today, as I see it, this is young people's thing. If you're not really signed or doing real moves as a music artist before the age of 30 or after age 30, roughly before you touch 33, to me, you need to hang it up. I should not be seeing no man or woman of any age that's pushing over 35 and older find that you're a music artist. Doing what? Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, most of you are independent artists. Let me tell you something. Independent artists today don't pay. How I know? Because the people that really make money, they're signed to labels under another person, most like the non-black person's label. That's run by a non-black person. That's writing your checks. That's putting you on. Am I lying? Let me get an amen. Amen. Okay. So
you get an eye shade from me, not an amen. Unless we talking about amen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, next video. I'm gonna run. This is the last video from her. Let's go.
Realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful. And
yeah, if you have a child from this set artist, is this artist marrying you or are you just playing house? Can you explain that to me, sweetie? Because last time I checked, there are many men that will pump and dump you and possibly put a baby on you. And one thing, and I now remember the video, and I'm gonna find out and place it out because this is somewhat Bow Wow say. So when I finish running this, I'm gonna play that part by Bow Wow, what he said about as an artist, difference between these music artists and these athletes. Let's go, Furious.
And have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger.
Man, her body's fake.
You guys.
What do you say?
Her body's fake.
I know. But let me tell you something. Let's put us on the screen for a second. Oh, sorry. Hold on. You got to understand, Sankofa. A lot of modern women today, from what I'm seeing from outside looking in, and let's say we're going to talk with we're black folks, right? Most women you see today don't care the complexion or the height. When you look at them overall from head to toe, majority of them are buying their bodies. This is some unheard of, bro, especially when we talk about black folks, especially black women. At one point in our existence, it was very foreign or very rare you find a black woman, depending if she's too fat, but she might have something, right? That she's going out her way to go underneath and get her body box, or box, whatever they call it, right? But now we see this now, a growing trend for the last, I would say, 14 to 13 years, since cosmetic surgery has become more a trend. And people can get now with the right person, and the right little money they have in their pocket that they mostly collect off, their OnlyFans, or, just they get money from doing other strange things for a piece of change, if you know what I mean, personally, right?
Yeah.
So now, the think about
The
it.
corn hub.
Yeah, that too. The think about saying that this is successful being a baby mama. It tells you this is what you're worth. Yeah.
And see, I don't understand why do women still say dating is hard when they got the game on easy mode? All you got to do is bot your body up, and you got the game on easy mode. Yeah. Dating ain't hard for these women. They just making it hard because they looking for the top 10% of men. This goes back to Kevin Samuels' point. They're all looking for the top 10% of men. So she purposely was trying to get the NBA player or the artist. She wasn't trying to get no guy that work that's a manager at Jack in the Box or a security guard or whatever. She wasn't looking for that dude.
Or find man better, and it's probably too late now for this little harlot to get any man productive needs or any sense of anything, because let's be honest, once you pass 35 and you start in the streets getting ran through and getting, on the cock carousel, there's not much hope for you. A dude that's doing fairly good, he'll have fun with you, but that's pretty much it. And trust me, he will not waste your time. He'll keep you tagging along as long as he can until he finds a woman that he said, now I'm going to deal with this chick and say, all right, go about your business. Personally.
Yeah, and see, the women like this, she going to be reaching for that Jack in the Box dude, manager, or that security guard that she rejected. See, you know what I'm saying? He going to be the cleanup guy. Like we talked about earlier, in the pre-show, you know what I'm saying? They want the cleanup guy after they done been ran through.
Yeah. All right, let's keep playing this nonsense. All
right, it's no beating those allegations at all. I don't.
She don't sound proud of it, because when people are telling you you're a gold digger, and let's be honest, I'm not sure why people still use this stupid word gold digging, personally, bro, because you can't fish or dig up gold from any man. I'm sorry. You might put yourself in a position for a man that's doing pretty well to finance your nonsense, your body, and give you, personal items like Birkin bags, Louis Vuitton, all this nonsense, right?
I call dudes like that sponsors, you know what I'm saying, with the money. They be sponsoring these women.
Yeah. That's the only thing that you might look forward to. But in regards to anything of substance, stability, and actual, you're growing with this person, and not only you can learn, but also he will be some figure that your children can learn and play the role. If you're a mother doing your motherly duties, you produce a more structural family. Most women like this, when you see it on the screen, then I think about that. They think about what I can get then and now. And that's very sad. Let's keep playing.
The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, "Oh, you're a gold digger," or "You kept the baby for a check."
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that, baby?
What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, "Do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check."
But really, it's not really you love the baby. It's really what you can get out of the situation. Because let's be fair, honest. And I have to say, as person Sankofa, I know a lot of men that did streams on this, maybe, have said that these young men are being red pill up and they know in the game. I would have to disagree. If you're going to go by this philosophy of being red pill up, let's go there, right? You should be more aware and say, these are women that you're not giving no access. They're going to earn the access. And if they do earn, they're going to have to follow your orders, your plan, or whatever you're doing. And not only that, if you're going to marry, you're going to be signing a very much clandestine prenup. Now, most people said they're not getting married. That's fine. That's your business. But overall, right? You're the woman that you pick that's on your side, she's going to have to be down to what you try and lay out.
Yeah.
And if she's not down for what you want to lay out, then obviously you need to move on as soon as possible, because you have all the time in the world. She does not,
But you know what? The thing is, women like this understand the concept. A man's wallet is his beauty. A woman's beauty is her wallet. So the more beautiful they think they are to these men increases their value, or in their head it does. You know what I'm saying? She think her wallet is way more, which is her beauty, way more or too good for, like I said, Jack in the Box manager, security guard, police officer, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's under 100K, So they understand the concept. See, what it is men don't understand the concept. Some men have not figured it out. Their wallet is their beauty. So men try to date outside their league. You know what I'm saying? This is why these women, these good guys, these Jack in the Box managers, plumbers, security officers, they're invisible to women like this because women understand that their beauty is their wallet. And these guys can't reach that high, especially with the money that they're making. Because you even got women with a poor beauty, with like below average, thinking that their beauty wallet is up there, and they're ignoring the average guy. So that's the problem. Men have not figured this out yet. Not a lot of men. I guess once they figure it out, once this message get across, a lot of men will probably avoid women like this, because they would look for something more deeper than the superficial, than the superficial. They think because they got the wallet, you know what I'm saying, the money wallet, you know what I'm saying, they can get women like this. But this woman is a little bit above average. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the botch shit she done did to herself. Most of her body's plastic. She's a fake woman. She's a manufactured thought. She's manufactured. She's not real. So the basketball player or the rap artist was playing with a Barbie doll, basically. I'll land my plane.
All right. Moving forward, I'm looking at this now because I remember there was a story that about a man successfully paying off a woman once he found out that he was the father of said child. And I'm looking at now. Hold on. Let me see. Well, it's funny. It's hard for me to find now. I wish I did this earlier, people, but y'all gotta bear with me because this is such a long ghost story. But I'm gonna say this anyway, and y'all guys can do further research for clarity and understand. And if I miss anything, leave in the comment section. The first person I know that was successfully able to pay off his wife or baby mama in a settlement for his kids, so he has to pay her child support, was Dwayne Wade. And it reads here, Dwayne Wade was married to his high school sweetheart, Siobhan Francis Wade. They tied a knot in 2002, but divorced in 2010. So they got married in high school. Mind you, he got married, in college. I apologize. Because he was drafted in 2003. Same class where Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony, which Carmelo Anthony is now Hall of Famer. And I can't name any other stars of 2003 because it's a very vast roster, but it's a very good roster of players. Going on 22 years ago. He divorced in 2010, roughly 8 years later, after a continuous legal battle. The divorce involves allegations, infidelity, abuse, disputes, finance, custody of the children. Wade was eventually awarded sole custody of their 2 sons in 2011. And the word on the street is that Dwayne Wade paid his former wife a nice settlement of roughly $4 million. And right now, I'm going to look at some of these articles. Oh, my fault. I was wrong. A $5 million divorce settlement. And which she agreed to. But here's a twist. Gentlemen, Dwayne Wade was married. That's why he's not paying no goddamn child support for his first wife. I want that to set in. I want that those people that heard me, and I'm going to repeat again. I'm going to say as clear as possible with my voice. Disregard my little short accent. Dwayne Wade settled and finalized his divorce with his first wife, Siobhan, of upwards to a $5 million divorce settlement, which he got full custody. He paid out multi-million-dollar settlement, in addition to several other stipulations. His wife or his ex-wife will receive the former couple's mansion in Chicago and 4 cars. The pair has also signed a disparagement agreement with prohibiting either from downgrading one another's to the public or degrading one another to public. Okay. The settlement comes after a several-year legal battle. Now, in fact, you know what I'm doing? Since I'm talking about it, guys, let me see. I'm going to share it with y'all because I think y'all need to see this better than anything else. Let me look at this. I'm looking at. All right, yeah, I'm gonna share this because I don't want to just read this and y'all don't see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be fair. 1 second. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna share this. Share screen. Because this is something that we're not really looking into. We're not going back in time to see has this ever been done. All right, let me see if you guys can see that. All right, good. You can see that. All right. And make this bigger so I can read this. As the reader of our Worcester family long blog may be aware, professional basketball player Dwayne Wade, blah, blah, I read that already. Let's go down. The settlement comes after several years of legal battles between the two. Wade's ex-wife reportedly went through 16 different attorneys during the divorce process and was arrested on 2 occasions. She had also made several claims, including one that she was homeless. Wade originally filed for divorce in 2007, 5 years after their marriage in 2007. The basketball star was awarded sole custody of the pair's 2 sons in 2011. Messy divorce battles are not reserved solely for the rich and famous. A Massachusetts divorce can quickly turn into heated legal battle. Our property division settlements, all right, emotional. We're not read that. As in the divorce between NBA star Wade and his ex-wife, sometimes issues arise in the course of a divorce that must be decided by a judge. At times, parties may simply reach an impasse and be unavailable to reach an agreement without the assistance of court systems. On the other hand, a divorce does not always have to be contentious. All right. And there's more of the Huffington one, which let me see if I can click onto that. All right. This was on 20. And there's more data on this. There's more time frame on this. I'm not going to read this. You guys could look at this yourself. But it says the same thing for those that don't know. It says the same thing. Same thing. Yeah. So the reason why he was able to be awarded and pay his former wife one time of $5 million, right? And why this show and this title speaks for itself is Anthony Edwards wanted to pay child support up front. Why this won't work? Or let's say, or better yet, he wants to cash out this chick or this bitch. It will not work because, like always, she could always ask for more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the floor to Sankofa because he's more knowledgeable on this. Sankofa, you got your notes ready? I want you to explain to people about this. Oh, and guys, make sure to hit like button and share the stream. And please subscribe to the channel. Sankofa, you there? All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right. Your time now. Explain why this will not work and the detail of more information about this child support thing that people are not aware of. Again.
Well, for one, you know what I'm saying, Title 4D, it's really called Title 4D. Child support is just a marketing strategy for Title 4D, basically to kind of pry on people's emotions. Because if I say, hey, man, have you paid your Title 4D yet? You're going to look at me crazy. She can't make me put my hair up. Oh, that's wild. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so if I say, hey, Chaos, you paid your Title 4D yet? You be like, what? But if I say you paid your child support, it hits different. See what I'm saying? So that's why they call it child support in order to market that, you know what I'm saying? Because Title 4D ain't nothing but collections from Title 4A, which is TANF block grant program, food stamps, WIC, et cetera, et cetera. Title 4D does not benefit the children. Winhood versus Ledbetter, there are several Supreme Court cases that says that Title 4D is not intended for the child or the custodial parent. It's intended to reimburse the state for federal fundings. That's all it is. So this thing with him just trying to give her the money that's going to take care of the child up until he's 18, it won't work because she's going to basically spend the money on herself. We already know this. She's gonna spend the money on herself. So, and she's probably not gonna sign a contract because she knows she's not good. Women, for the most part, are not good with money unless they're an accountant. But women like this, loose in the head, man. They're loose in the head. They're not good with money. So that $1 million that he's trying to give her is gonna be gone. But by the time, probably before the child reaches 10, I don't know how old the baby is now. But before that child, probably, if they say, let's say the baby's 7, that money's gonna be gone by the time he's 10. She's gonna buy a big old house. She's gonna buy a big old car, an expensive ass car. She's gonna get some more body work done to her. She's gonna look even more plastic. You know what I'm saying? That money is not gonna be spent on the child, man. It's not gonna work because once that money runs dry. He said, "Don't ask for nothing else." She gonna take him to child support. So if he's dumb enough to go on and say, "Here," he better make her sign a contract saying that, "Hey, I'm giving you $1 million. That should take care of him from the time he's 0 up until 18. Don't ask for nothing else." You better put that in writing, bro. But if she refuses to do that, man, I don't know what to tell the brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put yourself on Title 4D. Don't ever get those folks because you're paying them to tell you how to be a parent. I don't advocate a man shouldn't take care of his human offspring. I advocate that you made him in private, you take care of him in private. He didn't take the girl down to the child support office and have sex with her to make the baby. I mean, I get what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to buy her off. Like, hey, I don't want to be put on no child support and nothing like that. Here's $1 million. Make her sign a contract for it. And if she goes through with it, she'll have to be very good with that money, which most modern women like that are not very good with money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's gonna, like I said, she's gonna get more booty injections. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right with her nose. She gonna go get that fixed. While that baby gonna be wearing shit from Temu and Shein. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not gonna work, man, because that money's gonna run dry, and she's gonna be like, well, little junior, he needs karate classes, and I want to send him to an Ivy League school so he don't get bullied. They're gonna make up some shit like that.
Okay.
Just to get more money out of you. Yep.
One thing, Sankofa, to ask you this, bro. And too bad your friend didn't call. I wish she was here, but it is what it is. One other thing, Sankofa, with child support, right, as it stands, right? And this is another thing I have to say this. For people to understand, to the men that complain about child support or not, there's always choices. You don't nut in them or not. You don't nut or you just don't participate. And we all know sex is essential and necessary. Most men should not be, by default, should be playing with their thing with their hands constantly. I mean, I don't push or advocate this on my channel. If you can refrain from it, I would say do so. Don't make it a certain habit in the short term and long term. You go in there, if you can get access to the box, do so with your discretion. Be smart about it, right? But you should not be complaining about paying a chick off, or what they call paying a bitch off. You know, give her a little something if she does say child support. Personally, when I look at child support, personally, and this is not gonna sound nice, but I'm gonna keep real. They know which person to get knocked up and who they want to put the baby on. For those that don't know, because women are more cost benefit analysis. And one thing I do want to ask, and I want people to really leave in the comment section if you made this far. Has Anthony Edwards did a DNA test to make sure that's his kid? Because I hear about, he's going to pay this chick off. But have he done the test to make sure that's actually his kid? Because let's be fair, honest. These women are having a lot of intercourse, bro. They get in the club shoot up in them by different dudes. That's not no secret. That's actually a fact now. So are you really taking the time, energy, or the time of day to really get an actual test to make sure that is your biological child before you step in and start opening up your wallet? That should be a question. That's a question I need to ask. Or that's what the question I ask.
I don't know, but I know I got a DNA test on mine. You know what I'm saying, to make sure. But paternity is voluntary as well. A lot of people don't understand that birth certificate, when you sign it, you're under a lot of stuff is not disclosed in that contract. You know what I'm saying? So if you're married, paternity is automatically established. But if you're not married, paternity is voluntary. So if he signed that birth certificate before, because under 45 CFR 303.5, they're supposed to inform you of the legal consequences prior to signing a birth certificate. They're even supposed to tell you might want to seek legal counsel before signing this. But they don't do that, because when you're holding your baby, they call it the magic moment, Gary. I mean, chaos, I'm sorry. They call it the magic moment. And they come up with the clipboard. They say, just take your time. You know what I'm saying? Fill this out when you get done. You know what I'm saying? So they're not telling you this. So that birth certificate is already voided anyway, because anything that's not disclosed in the contract is void. That birth certificate, for the men that don't know, you just signed up with Title 4D. And it says it on the birth certificate that it's voluntary. So before you sign a birth certificate, DNA tests need to be mandatory. I wish I had known this prior to having my children with the woman that I'm not with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So not a lot of brothers are in the moment. That's why they signing up, because they know that you're happy. You don't want to make the woman look bad if you get a DNA test, because they try to prey on your feelings and her feelings. If you get a DNA test, you're automatically calling her a hoe. This is why a lot of brothers ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm done having children myself. I'm 40 years old, about to be 41. But man, if I knew this back in the day, man, I probably wouldn't have children right now. And I love my children dearly. I just don't like who I had them by. You know what I'm saying? But if I had this knowledge prior, then I would have got a DNA test if I went on through with that post-nut clarity. You know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of dudes ain't they not getting that clarity until like, dang man, I done got this mother pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if the brother got a DNA test, but I bet he signed that birth certificate though. He probably, I know he did.
Yeah, I think he did, and that was stupid on his part. And it tells you, bro, that a lot of men today, I'm sorry to say this, they're not really what would they consider red pill aware or awakened. Because the first US man, and let me tell you something, a lot of young men like Anthony Edwards that's born in the 2000s, right? Predominantly, I'm 2002, I think. Yeah, you are more of the social / tech baby, officially. You are born and raised and groomed to be on social media, to be on YouTube, or all these other outlets where you're constantly bombarded of information. Don't tell me, or don't give me that crap that you didn't come across this type of information. I don't give a crap. People say that not everybody's on. No, yes, they are. They consume media just as much as this bitch, the young men. I heard even from one contrary said some of the young men now that's just even touching teenagers are expelling and reciting red pill philosophies. And these are not even fully teenagers, maybe teenagers, maybe. So don't tell me that this is just foreign. If they're getting this, that means these dudes that could be our, unfortunately, our adult son's age be doing this. So they're very much aware. I've concluded that they just don't give a crap. And I don't care. When I mean they don't give a crap, they think that they're smarter than the bitch. No, you're not. You are giving dick to wall, not post wall, actual women that hit the wall box. And you're knocking them up. What that tells you. Now, a lot of people say, look at her body. No, I don't go by box body. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm not impressed a woman that got a box body now. I'm actually at a point in my life, just like you, I'm repulsed to find that most women that a certain age to have a certain body is questionable now. And it should match their attitude. But it does not. It tells you that your body's bought. You feel that as long as men look at you and give you some time that they're entitled to give you money. No, a man's not giving you shit. A man that's willing to open his wallet towards you, something wrong with him. He got a better experience dealing with other women that's not here in the West. He can go outside this country and find other women that will appreciate the time and energy if we want to go there. And since these dudes are multimillionaires, that's what they are right now. That tells you you're not exercising your option. You're in an environment for the scavengers. And I say this clearly. If you're a man that has it, the last thing you want to be doing is giving your phallus to scavengers. I don't care how the body looks. There are many women out that look pretty much the same like this chick on the right.
They all look the same to me, man.
All of them look pretty much the same, consistent now. And I'm fine to say, well, damn, you mess with this, don't put no baby in it. If you're, especially a young man that's in in a business or in the industries like the sports entertainment basketball league that's making that money, the last thing you want to do is they should be giving access to you.
Yep, and man, you know, for example, let's use toys for example.
Okay.
Say for instance, you know what I'm saying, you wanna go and get a say me, okay, me and Chaos, we back 9-10 years old, right?
Yeah.
There's Ninja Turtles all over the wall, but they're just different colors, right? You got Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello. You think you're gonna find a better Donatello than the next Donatello next to it? You think you pulling all the Donatellos off the wall or all the Raphaels off the wall, trying to find a better Raphael or Donatello or Leonardo? No, they're the same. So men are looking at these women like kids, like little girls looking at Barbie dolls at Walmart. How do you select a Barbie doll? How do you know the Barbie doll is going to be the best selection for you? We cannot tell. A lot of men that are not red pill aware, they cannot tell because as you and I get older, but they're gonna learn later in life. So my grandfather always said, "A life is a cruel teacher. You get the exam first and then the lesson. You don't get the lesson then the exam. You get the exam first and then the lesson." So as they're gonna get older, they're gonna start looking for the inner beauty. See, this right here, what's going on right now? That's all he's seen. He see the outer beauty, but her inner beauty does not reflect her outer beauty. You know what I'm saying? So he's selecting from the same shelf. They're the same on all the shelf, but I guess he's just trying to find the best one that looks the best, but they don't look the best. They look the same. The same plastic surgeon. Same booty. Same everything. They're just different shades of color. You know, that's like somebody going to go shop for milk. I mean, what are you looking for? Like if the jug is bent or something like that, you know, like it's the same stuff.
Yeah. It's the same thing, man. And the crazy thing about this, and we all know about Drama Michelle, right? She is only a year older than this chick, and she's turned 40 now this year. And she got knocked up by a basketball player that's roughly the same age, maybe a year older than Anthony Edwards. But it tells you a lot of modern women, especially black women, they do go backwards. If you're not getting a man either around your age or a few years older, you're going to have to go back in the pool for the more young and naive, gullible amongst the group.
Yeah, the ones that didn't grow up with the father that has a red pill mentality.
And besides grow up the fire, I go even further. That are very much not understanding the long implications or the games these women play. Because let me tell you something. If you're going to do it, the last thing you want to mess with is an older chick that's way old. That really truly, this is her last stop. She's not looking for marriage. Hell, she's not even looking for anything of substance with any man that could teach her anything. She's looking for the quick gratification, quick everything, like fast. You get me? And I remember when I was watching those videos of those car pranks on, was it social media? I think it was Facebook. And you know, most of the acting is not really good in those reels. Let's keep real. But I'm gonna go in there and just say this, right? Those same videos, those car videos where the man sit there trying to shoot his shot on a particular lady that looks like this one that has a box body, roughly, right? And she turns him down. He said, okay. He goes into his nice, fast car, sports car. I'm not sure if he paid for, or, you know, as a rental, whatever you call it. And also, she turns around and comes back and knocks, say, yeah, I want your number. What I want to know what's you at. And I said, wait, why you want to talk to me? I said, no, I just want to talk. You know, so you say you want to talk, I'm ready to talk. And then when she gets in the car, she's expecting this dude to buy her bags, buy her useless shit. Do you hear me, Sankofa?
Yes.
In her mind, she thinks
I was thinking about the same thing when you brought it up. I said, yeah.
She sit down and expect this man to spend some money in the thousands on her because she's there. The fault of this society.
See, this is why.
On Western men.
And real quick, Chaos. This is why men. Have you noticed that women take pictures next to valuable things while men take pictures of valuable things? You know what I'm saying? So this is why, and shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He said men are in love, women are in business. So this
Of
was
course.
business. Her womb is a business tool.
Yeah.
These women, these modern women, their wombs are businesses.
Yeah.
Men looking for legacy, women looking for business.
Yeah. And here's my thing. Young men today, because I'm not gonna say it's to men that our age or maybe 5 or some years younger, right? I'm saying this, right? Most men, they will look at it as a business thing once they reach that point in life, roughly in their 30s. Usually 35 be best, but mostly once they hit 30, life starts to sit in with them on the average man, depending where he is psychologically, mentally, which is the same thing, spiritually, and where he is financially. He starts the realization of his worth, right? But if you're a man that's under that, and depending who you've been raised by, or you have men that have groomed you and instructed and teach you the game, you might be fine. You might survive out of this. But roughly, how the saying goes, right? If you're not really learning anything or been taught the game of how these ladies today, especially women that is older, that could be your, let's be honest, 1986 to 2002, that's a period of a 16-year gap. This, actually, 16-year gap. This chick's too old for you. This bitch too old for you, bro. She could be actually your mother. She's running game on your young ass because she knows that you're thirsty. All you gotta do, all she does, be in your presence, shake a little tail, maybe sit on your lap, rub on your crutch, and that's all it takes for you to get down. And I'm
See,
telling you,
this is why women do bare minimum in relationships, because society told them that their presence is enough.
yeah,
And it's not. You know
and
what I'm
it's not.
saying? That's
It's
why
not.
they don't want to be submissive and all this other stuff. They feel like they're doing you a favor by being there.
Being
So
there,
that's a
yeah,
good point.
and that's the fault of a lot of men in society. Your conditioning said just being there. That's why when they ask, say, what you bring to the table, is a test to see what do you offer besides your box, because that is actually you're going to give it the box. One way or the other. You're not going to sit there and hold the box. And if you hold the box and do stay around, he's stupid. But what is this? That's a giver. What else after post nut clarity? They get in their feels, they get mad, say, why you ask? How dare you ask me that? Because you've been trained and conditioned to be entitled too effing long.
And see, I've been asking, ever since me and my ex-fiance broke up or whatever, I've been on dating apps just for entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm still in the healing process. So I've learned to ask women what they bring to the table by asking these questions. Fellas, take notes. Say this to a woman. Take sex out of the equation. What else do you have to offer me that will keep me happy, that will make me want to stay with you long term? And I have yet to got a good answer from it. No woman can answer that question. If you tell a woman, take sex out of the equation, what do you have to offer me that will keep me at home, that will make me not want to leave you, that will keep me happy with you? Because women can leverage sex. You know what I'm saying? And the only time they get along with you is when they're laying down. That's the only time that they're submissive. So when you ask them that question, that they won't get offended. But like, if you're being direct, like, what do you bring to the table? That's offensive. But I've learned to ask them without using sex or taking sex out of the equation. What do women, or you can just say in general, what do women have to offer men that, that will keep their man, at home and happy and, saying not want to cheat and stuff. I have not got a good answer. They answered it, but it's like it was more of a self-absorbed answer. They say, well, they're trustworthy, they cook, they clean. I mean, and I was like, well, men can do that too. Men are cooks now. You know what I'm saying? So what do you have to offer that no other woman can? What can you do with your new man that you have not done with another man?
Yeah.
And see what that does, that turns the mirror on them. They were like, damn. Why? One woman said, shit, ain't nobody ever asked me that question. And I ain't heard from her since. She didn't block me or nothing, but it was just like she's been stuck.
That's good. But it goes to show you, no man has presented or asked this. What do you do? What can you offer a man? And now it goes back to what type of service you will offer to a man if he's able to give you what you say you're entitled to. You get me?
Oh yeah.
And that's where the line is drawn with a lot of modern women. Now, I found the video by Bow Wow, and we're going to listen to this because this is very important. And I think this is to really hone in to put a caveat to all this. So let's look at this now. Let me see. Is this the one? Hold on, let me make sure I find it. Kind of want to play. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one, guys. Talk for a minute, Psycho, as I'm looking through this. I gotta make sure it's the right one. Let me see. All right. If not, I'm probably going to have to play it on my own thing. Okay, yep, this is the video. So you know what I'm about to do? Let me right click and give it a name. All right, guys, I'm gonna like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna share this, guys, and it's gonna put a kibosh to all this nonsense video file. All right, here we go.
NFL players getting, IG models pregnant, OnlyFans chicks pregnant.
Yeah, but they dumb though. Yeah, they dumb though. See, the girls know they can always get a nick that's 2 years into the league. Fresh out of college. Come on, man. You know how long these niggas been following these Instagram girls and probably been DMing them, and they probably been left on scene. They get that 100 million, that 200. They got it. They going for gold. Just because they got that money, that don't bypass who they really truly are. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, the ball players want to be rappers. They really want to be. They listen to our going into the arenas, rapping like us. They dressing like us. They, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they get them. They way more greener than getting a rapper. Athletes is the easiest niggas to get. That's why you always see them. You always see them get caught up in shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, God bless them, man. Them niggas tripping, man. You made your first 200, you ready to give up 50 a month for 18 years? Come on, man. Got to be more careful.
Well said.
No lies detected. No lies detected.
And Bow Wow is a generation from our era, and he is, like I said, only a year older than this so-called woman on the right that got knocked up just to get an instant check. And trust me, she got knocked up by these same rap artists you see that Bow Wow was talking about. But you see, she only get that by the stupid ones. You get me? She's not getting to the ones that really like Bow Wow. Let me tell you something. Much how people hate or love Bow Wow and what he's going through with certain women issues, I guarantee you don't see him have a whole bunch of children from a bunch of different chicks. That's a damn sure fact. You know why? Because he's smarter than this. He knows that the women that he's around that been begging for his junk, and he's slamming pure phallus in these chicks, that he's not giving these chicks no babies. You get me? The same chick here you see, Miss Howard, right? She's saying that the quality man she get is some. No, you got trash. And I don't like to say it, I'm just keeping it. It's trash because I'm looking at the quality of who you procreate with. I don't give a fuck if he's $1 million or not. And look at the essence of what you're producing. Number one, you're not raising your children. Most women are not even raising their children now. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Most of black boys today, and we can say black girls, but we won't. The purpose of the boys. These boys are not reading at grade level. These boys are not learning anything that is sustainable, which they could learn to progression of life. Matter of fact, you told me a story, Senko, if you want to share it. Because one time you played a stepdaddy role, which I don't advocate, but okay. you told me what you did more for the so-called child than the mother. Am I right? Tell the story because I think people need to know this.
Yeah, so I was with a woman. She was 44 years old. She's 45 now. Met her at work. You know what I'm saying? We hit it off pretty good. I met her daughter. When I met her daughter was her grades was slacking, right? So me being the guy that I am, I basically gave her some fatherly advice. Spent time with her, you know what I'm saying? Tried to help her with her homework and everything. But because of my presence, being in that household, and me disciplining her when her grades were slipping, it made her want to study more. Because I take her phone, I took that PS5 I bought her. I said, not until them grades come up. So me by having a father figure in that household, and see, I took care of my ex-fiance for a whole year. And I told her, look, work on your business. You can sit down, baby. I got this. The stress is for the shoulders, not for the hips. You know what I'm saying? So I paid all the bills. So they gave her opportunity to be more around her daughter and basically nurture her daughter. Her daughter grades was coming up and everything. Now that we broke up, I don't know how they doing now, but my ex-fiance's daughter was doing well when I was there. She was more mannerable now. I taught her, hey, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. She listened to me. But when I first got with her daughter had a real bad attitude. But I had to iron them wrinkles out. I didn't have to put my hands on her or nothing. But my presence and me being that father that her dad wasn't being, that changed that child's life. That whole year I was with her, and that child was happy. Kids want time with their father. She never called me dad. She always called me by my first name, which is cool. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, by her having a fatherly presence there, she felt safe. You know what I'm saying? She felt safe. And it motivated her because when a father put that discipline on a child, the child gonna either get some act right or get gone. You know what I'm saying? Or not get nothing at all. So, me being a stepfather, it still was a bad investment because now I'm not with her no more. But at the same time, I did give that child a sense of a two-parent household in her teen years because her mom broke up with her biological father when she was still a baby. And then she got married to another guy after that, you know what I'm saying? And that didn't go too well or whatever. He was abusive. And then when she got with me, I think she told me I was the perfect fit. And when we broke up, she was like, why did you leave your family like that? She was still consider me as a family. And I'm like, well, why you didn't respect me as your man? If we're family respect family members. You didn't respect me that night, so I left you. Now, I don't know how that child's doing now. Because I used to sit her down and talk to her about her vaping. I talked to her. Hey, don't do that no more. I said, you're on punishment. And she respected it. And she came and talked to me. She knows she could come to me. I noticed something. Now that I think about it, she always came to me first. She never really went to her mama because her mama was going to say no. But she always came to me. Gerard, can we make a deal? You know what I'm saying? She came to me first. She saw me even though she never called me dad. She called me dad a couple of times. But even though she never just called me dad, she came to me first asking for stuff. I used to bring that child food. When she did good in school, she didn't get in no trouble. I would go to Sonic right up the street from her high school and bring her food. I showed up for that child. And I got 3 other children back home that I don't get to see. But I showed up for that child. That child told me no man has ever done that for her. Not even my ex-fiance's ex-husband. Never brought no food to school. Only thing he did was stand at the bus stop with her. That's it. There was a time when it snowed down here, I had to take that child to school. I said, you're not going to stand in the cold. I'm taking you to school. See, the thing is, us good men like us, women discard us when they're done with us. That's why I said she wasn't in love with me. She was in business with me. And most good men, we can feel it. And her not being the wife that I needed her to be when I gave her the opportunity to just sit on her ass and just be a housewife, she wasn't giving me that love because you know what? She was imprinted. Her baby daddy imprinted her to where she could not bond with me. But I still took her of a child that was not mine. Christmas, spent damn near almost $2,000 on Christmas. That child's dad Was supposed to get her a PS5 back this summer. So I was going to get it, but I was like, no, I'm going to wait to see he was going to do it. That man never came through for that child. But guess who came through for that child? Sankofa on Christmas. And I bought my daughter $500 worth of clothes and a backpack and coats and stuff like that. I still got the video. I wish I can show it. Yeah. So, man, it shows you that when you're with a woman and she done been imprinted, she got kids by somebody else, you will never be number one. I had to learn that the hard way. And I did, man. I learned it the hard way, man. Gave that child guidance. But what did I get in return? Disrespect. Still got disrespected. Never put my hands on that woman. I gave her back massages when I worked 15-hour shifts. I used to work for the school district. Well, I still do, but I'm in a different city now. I moved out. I moved away. So I would come home tired, take me a shower, but she wouldn't do nothing for me. I always had to do for her. Yeah.
Well, one thing I would say, Sankofa, and I think you told me because she was able to hold on to her money, she was able to start wherever she was trying to do, and once she got established, she just moved on from you. Correct?
Hell, I was giving her money. I was giving her $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was giving that woman $2,000 a month to pay all the bills, and whatever money was left over, she could keep for herself.
Yeah. But you see, you gotta understand, Sankofa, and this is why most black men should not be doing this moving forward. I don't care if you have it or not. Is because, matter of fact, I got something better. And this is gonna sting, but it's all love, gentlemen. I gotta play the video that if you didn't catch the little video I did earlier, you're missing out. But you only gonna notice you gotta subscribe to the channel, my people. All right, here's the video I was talking about. Where is it? I gotta remember where I put it. No, it's not there. I did so much videos, I don't even remember. Oh, here you go.
21 years military, 13 years overseas since 1994. All the white men I knew during my service military with black baby mamas would never put on child support. Explain this reality, black woman. No, they got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right? They got their reparations, a mixed baby and a white dude, right?
You a goddamn from God.
That's why. If you're not Mr. Charlie or Zaddy, they won't ask for no child support. And you know, I hear a lot of women talking about saying that the non-black men will pay. No, you're paying. We found out with the help of social media, and you ladies open your goddamn mouth, you're paying these non-black men to stay around. What that says. Because they're not going to give you, if they give you a bastard child, they're easy to walk off and they won't give you a goddamn money. If you go to the right court systems, and some court systems will oblige and say they'll take care of this bastard child, 9/10 of the time, that's not going to happen for majority of y'all. So who's the real fallback plan if you can't go over the fence, if you try to? Black men. So they're looking for the black man that is productive society, like yourself. And I think you said now you make 6 figures right now, Sankofa? I forgot, maybe not.
Nah, man, I'm still not 6 figures.
All right. No, just don't worry. You're not explain. But you're doing more for someone that already come in the picture with their hands full. And this is the return you get. So imagine more men like yourself. So I said, F this junk, I'm out. What's going to happen to a lot of these ladies? See, what you're seeing now. Go ahead, respond.
I often say they're strong and independent, so they should be good, right?
That's what we are presuming they're good, but they're not. They're not. Look at Dawn Robson from En Vogue. This chick was living in her car for 3 goddamn years. And I'm saying, wait, you were a part of a very much popular singing music group where the height of En Vogue's career was in the late 90s Once that single from the soundtrack of Set It Off went platinum and was the very few rare singles of any movie that did very well, you bounce at age 30 because you feel that you're being gypped out of money that you could potentially make as a singer in a group. But the problem is your friends or the girlfriends that you're part of that group are have a net worth of a few $1,000,000. You have a net worth of under $1 million. What that says. And the word artistry is that I did not notice, and it doesn't really surprise me, bro. And this one was heavily swirling out for the last over 20 some years. So the non-black man that you're effing and sucking couldn't give you a life to make you rest comfortably. Oh, I forgot. You were just used as a placeholder, as a bucket for someone to expel their essence. And the audacity of a lot of these Western women saying that Dawn's former husband or should have helped her. I said, freak that stuff. You're no longer married to that dude. He has no more obligations. You need to figure out. See, let me tell you some judgment. Don't be fooled. These women are not strong independent. If they're strong independent, they should be able to get it out the mud. That means I don't want to see you do no sexually explicit content for a little change. You should be able to use your brain, create a nice little business or work for somebody and make your money properly and be productive in society. Correct? Correct? Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, when you look at most majority of them that talks this crap, a lot of them are doing some very much strange for a piece of change and putting their body out on the internet, regardless of the sound feet. Anytime you have a paywall, you have a paywall for people to spend money to see your box body. That tells you your self-worth as a woman.
And you got men buying fart jars, like people farting in jars and sending it to them.
Buying what? Buying what?
Yeah. Fart
Say it again.
jars.
Okay, you're in car. Say it again. Close to the mic.
They're buying fart jars. Men are so
they're
buying
all
fart jars. Yeah.
Oh, I get. All right. No, you know what? I'm going to do a show about this data about this OnlyFans thing that I discovered by MM, and I'm going to do a show on a lot of things on the data that's shown presenting about this stupid myth, and it comes from it's true. Most men that spend money on women that has those type of pages are men that are, let's be honest, non-black predominantly and are married. So what that tells you? What that tells you? Anyway, I'm done. We ain't gonna stress more about this. I think we said
man. That shit is weird. Yeah, it's mostly non-black men that's buying these fart jars, stinking panties, period blood. No, I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. We don't need to know all detail. That's too much detail. Yeah, but yeah, we get the point. We get the point. Yeah. All right. Anything you want to say to wrap up? Any words of something?
Yeah, man. It's a great show. Thanks for having me on, Chaos, man. Always a pleasure, man, to come on your show, man, and try to educate these brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And women, you know what I'm saying? Educate our people, period, man. Not just men, but our women as well on what's going on in society. Because we're under attack and people just don't know it, or they're just too deaf, dumb, and blind to see it. But like I said earlier in the show, life is a cruel teacher. It gives you the exam and then the lesson. Get the exam first and then the lesson, you know. So like in football, you know, we had the luxury of rewinding tape to know the tendencies and mistakes of our opponent. But in life, you don't get to rewind. So you got to make sure you do it right the first time, you know. So that's my take on it. And I had a good time, man. Thanks for having me on, bro.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, bro. We will do future live shows and maybe some more content on other issues. Thank you again, Senko. Take care. All right, guys. Peace. All right, guys. That's it for today's stream. If you like what you heard or seen, please give this video a like. Also, leave comments if you made it this far. I cover quite a bit on this stream. Take your time, go back through it properly. If you have anything critique, do so, either on your own channel or in the comment section of this video. The links to follow me are above. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. You can also join my Discord service. And and also follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show. Membership has perks. That's it. Thank y'all for listening to today's show. Until next time, and I mean next time, let the chaos reign.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Must reign.